You know, testing is a double-edged sword. Here's the bad part. When you test a...
Oh, wow. It's like someone was trying to stop him. But before I play this all to you, I want to reassure you. Have a listen to the former White House doctor, Ronnie Jackson, reassuring us.
The president has taken even more unprecedented steps. Bring in your medical expertise and tell people what they need to know.
We've had a robust pandemic planning team in place since his administration started.
You know, testing is a double-edged sword. Here's the bad part. When you do testing to that extent, you're going to find more people, you're going to find more cases. So I said to my people, slow the testing down, please. They test and they test. We got tests that people don't know what's going on. We got tests. We got another one over here.
So did he just mean to confess?
I watched the president tonight, and I'll tell you, that's what leadership looks like. And the president, his leadership on this didn't start when we found out about this.
Well, I should mention here that clip of Dr. Jackson is many weeks old. He wasn't talking about this night. He was talking about a different crazy night. Not as crazy. But these people will defend anything, and they're already starting. Some of these conservatives, Trump supporters, just never give up in defending any crazy thing Trump does. For instance, here's another clip that wasn't from today, but it really contrasts well here.
I don't think we could ever really calculate in any way how many people probably did not get the virus as a result of those quick actions.
When you do testing to that extent, you're going to find more people, you're going to find more cases.
Now, for those of you who've been in a coma for the last 3 months, Trump has mentioned before that testing is a problem because it makes the numbers go up and makes the U.S. look worse than other countries, and it also puts pressure on him to do something about it.
Let's not lose sight of some of the stuff he's saying. I mean, he spent 15 minutes getting cheered for saying he could walk and drink a glass of water.
When you do testing to that extent, you're going to find more people, you're going to find more cases.
A New York funeral home was found to be storing dead bodies in unrefrigerated trucks on Wednesday.
So I said to my people, slow the testing down, please. They test and they test. We got tests that people don't know what's going on. Testing is a double-edged sword. We got another one over here.
New York City has been at the epicenter of the global pandemic, and April saw an uptick in people being buried in mass graves.
Here's the bad part.
The city's death toll from COVID-19 stood at more than 18,000 people Wednesday, and local funeral homes say they've been overwhelmed.
So I said to my people, slow the testing down, please. They test and they test. Slow the testing down. Slow the testing down.
When he sees how much time was on TV with this big giant stage that was constructed outside with the bunting and the giant speakers, I mean, it looked like a rock band was coming, right? And of course, the hysterical thing is, once nobody showed up, they sent a crew out to try to dismantle it quickly, as if it wasn't captured on video and nobody was going to notice that they had this degree of incompetence in their campaign. I don't know who requested these tickets, but they should have kept their mouths shut about it. They should have, booked a smaller venue. We now know why they didn't want to have it outside.
No way, I never did put on hand sanitizer ever.
And the world is getting dumber and crazier. This is the real pandemic. Craziness. And everyone's at risk for this except for Freely. She's in the middle of the Ecuador jungle with no one around.
As soon as something comes up like this new novel coronavirus, everything goes into action on what we're going to do for this. And the president's he's been quick, he's been decisive.
I said to my people, slow the testing down, please.
He's reacted appropriately according to, what the situation dictated, and he has saved lives in this country, and he has kept the spread of this from getting out of control.
Again, in fairness, that was many weeks ago, while he could still get away with saying such a thing. But he wouldn't say that now. I don't think he'd say anything. I think we're all getting kind of tired of Trump.
This is one of the smallest, sort of most underfilled stadium venues since Trump started running for president. I mean, this is going to, as you said, this is going to matter very, very, very much to Donald Trump.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, in other countries that do way more testing, and they found fewer percentage of cases overall. We, in fact, unfortunately, especially in Oklahoma, Florida, and half of the country, we're doing probably the same number of tests, and we're still finding a higher degree of cases. So the math doesn't work. And unfortunately, this is just another example of failure from the top, especially in Oklahoma, Florida, and half of the country. We're doing probably the same number of tests, and we're still finding a higher degree of cases. So the math doesn't work. And unfortunately, this is just another example of failure from the top and leadership all the way through.
If you are new here, you may want to subscribe to this channel and click that bell icon. This video was inspired just by the Trump speech today. Imagine what I'm going to be doing near the election. And give this video a thumbs up or down. Now I want to put in a little bit of a past video I made that fits in well here. And I'll say one more thing here, is that this video will get just over 10 minutes long by the mere fact of me mentioning that just now.
Tyson closed its largest pork plant in the small town of Waterloo, Iowa yesterday. There are now 380 confirmed cases in that town, mostly related to the Tyson plant.
But is this true? Could we really have food shortages and actually not have enough meat to eat? Let's go back to the White House doctor for a second here, because things sounded like they were going okay.
We've had a robust pandemic planning team in place since...
Oh, crap. Attention all people of planet Earth. Prepare for meat shortage. I repeat, prepare for meat shortage.
We've had a robust pandemic planning team in place since...
Actually, Trump cut funding to that. This guy, a real doctor, for some reason, he and so many other people have just decided to sell their souls to Donald Trump. For some reason, and just lie to the American people while they are dying. There was so much to notice at the Tulsa Trump rally that you may not have noticed. Did you notice? Almost no one was wearing masks. We suspected that Trump supporters don't wear masks, and now we got proof of that. He has convinced people that COVID-19 is not a big deal. And no, he's not saved lives. He is responsible for many of the deaths.
And don't worry about touching anything. Fucking touch your face. Freedom!
They're lying about the death tolls.
Who do you think's agenda this is?
Lockdown, basically a slavery.
Do you feel enslaved?
I do.
You're in the media, are you?
Yeah, but I'm independent.
You're independent what?
People have not quarantined. That's why we're still in this mess. And the virus is still out there. And now with people opening up, well, the virus is still out there. And people who apparently don't think there is a virus, or think it's gone away, or think that God will protect them, or who are so stupid, well, it's not just them. Our whole society here has not properly educated the public on this issue. They don't understand that it's not just them they need to be concerned about. They can spread the virus to other people. That creates a bigger problem with society, like the country having to shut down. Then with continued chaos in our society, the food chain can start breaking down. So now you know what you need to do. Expect the unexpected. Assume the virus is everywhere. Start stocking up on food and subscribe to this channel. A channel that actually cares about you Everything I do is for the viewer. It's not for the 65 cents I make per video. It's clear why I make videos.